So we'll do a little shop talk today. Go over a couple things. The new pants that I just bought.
Not that this is a fashion show, but I'm also on the lookout for really good pants. It's got a big pocket here. I don't know, this is a pencil pocket, which is perfect. But I don't understand this pocket. It's kind of weird. You can zip it down. Maybe you want to hide. I don't know. Maybe you're worried about losing your keys or something. I don't know. Just kind of weird pocket, but that's a good sized pocket. It's got the little section here for so that it doesn't tear your pants. You know what I mean? It's got a big side pocket here for your cell phone. I like that. But it's made of, like, if you know what a windbreaker is, it's kind of that really super thin material, and it's really stretchy. I really like them because it's almost like being in the pajamas at home. You know what I'm saying, bro? It doesn't feel like regular pants. So, anyways, really like these pants. They're very comfortable. Now it's only 21 degrees outside, and I'm walking around. I have thermals underneath them, of course, but I'm walking around no problem whatsoever. I'm not cold. And I have been out quite a bit today, so I'm gonna also try the Brunt. It's the same company that makes my shoes, Brunt. I'm gonna try theirs out. They have a line of pants like these. I think they're more of a little heavier duty material. I'm gonna give those a shot next, but I really like these pants because there's no bind at all, you know. It's just super comfortable, and it's water resistant. You know, that water just runs right off of you. So I really like them. I don't like skinny jeans. I don't like anything tight. You know,
They're pretty cool pants. That's a name brand. If you can see that. I've got it on the AI right now, so it's gonna kind of move around a little bit. But anyways, I got this because I thought it'd be pretty cool. Just to slide down in the pocket, because the pockets on those pants were kind of wide, and I thought, well, I could always use it for something else if I wanted to. But it ended up being absolutely ridiculous. You can't. This part right here goes down in the pocket, and it swells the pocket out, of course. But you can't. I mean, you can fit some stuff in there, but it's really super cheap material. You can put like a pair of pliers down in there, but it's the most not practical. It's freaking junk. It's 28 bucks. I thought it'd be kind of cool because it went with the pants, but I would never waste my money on this. Like I said, it's brand new, but the thing is you can't put anything in the pockets. So we'll just let that go to the trash pile. Anyways, so my goal here lately has been to try to find the best everyday carry kind of bag setup. Something small. I've had this little bag here for a little while. This is the 4-pocket, but it's a little bit bigger than I really wanted. So I saw it on Morgan's Maintenance, this attachment for a bag, and it just clips on there. I ordered the 3-pocket.
you can do that. It works, but then you got that extra little boot sticking up. You know what I mean? So by putting this on there, I get it on there, and it just clicks on. See what I'm saying? Now that gets it up higher. So once you get it on your pant pocket, you're up high, or it hangs lower. It hangs lower, so it's not up against your side. So I really do like that. I appreciate you more.
And I really like this. It's just perfect. It's your everyday carry. So if I'm gonna go in on a service call, I've got my tester. I've got my multi-bit, flashlight, 2 flashlights actually, a pen, pair of pliers. I'm trying these out. I don't know how well I'm gonna like them. I don't care much for that quick adjustment like that, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyway, see how I like it. And I carry my knife in there, and then the front I got a little bit, and then I carry my multi-bit 2-ended. That's what I use all the time. So this is normally my gyroscopic, yeah, screwdriver, and I use this all the time for everything just about. But I can also lock it shut so it doesn't come on if you push a button. It's in a bag. But that works perfectly right there. I did leave the handle on it because I think it's a little easier to get a hold of than that, you know, but because I'm just trying everything out. This is all just trial and error. See what I like, see what I don't like. I just don't want to spend a whole ton of money, and I don't want a big bag. This one's just about perfect for something I can keep with me, keep on me all the time. I can, you know, I can throw this in the front seat of the truck because I watch a lot of HVAC videos, and there's this one guy that I watch. I think it's anti-DIY HVAC or something like that. And the guy only grabs a meter and a screwdriver and a pair of pliers. That's all he carries with him when he goes into to do a diagnostic. I just thought it was kind of interesting how he's got this big freaking van, but that's all he carries. You know what I mean? So I thought, you know what? My big freaking Vito bag, my backpack, I really do love it. I've had it for 2 years. I've not had one flaw with it as far as like my nitpick at it. I don't have a problem with the bag, except when you got a bag like that, you end up putting way too much in it. And when I'm going up 3 or 4 flights of stairs, you know, it gets quite cumbersome. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I thought, you know, if I could set up something small like this, I think this would be great. So far, I used this last week, which I didn't do a lot of work last week because of the snow. I even had to go out Saturday and plow again. But anyways, so I got a new one, and it's the new DeWalt pistol drive. Basically, it's what I call it. It's a lot smaller. It's about the same length. The width on it, if you hold it this way, it's the same, but this one's wider. It's a little bit bigger. I don't know how well this is going to work with me because this, I can control how fast I spin it. And it's just a simple twist of the fingers. I go forward or reverse. This, you actually have to push the ring up to get it to go forward. And then if you want to go to, you got to flip it around back to go backwards or reverse. So, and it's got 6 speeds. Right now it's on 1. So it's not like really super fast. Of course, like I said, it's not supposed to be fast. It's all about, this is the only problem I'm going to have, is that when you try to stop it or you let go, it keeps spinning. Dog's in there chewing a bone. This, I can just turn it on. I can just barely turn. See, it's just barely rotating. Or I can go that way. See, that's why I really like about this. I can go as fast as I want, slow, and I don't have to do any extra motions to get it. Just turn the wrist, you know. So this is like the second one I've had this style, and it works really well. Sorry. I've been kind of under the weather last week. So I'm going to give it a shot. I don't know how well it's going to work. And like I said, my biggest problem is that I can't just barely turn it. So if you're like trying to put an outlet cover on, you know, you go too fast, you just split the outlet cover, you know, or you're over torque it, you know. So anyways, so I always carry my multi-bit. I need to put some lube on that. Because if I'm in an outlet, I'm in a breaker box, it's got a couple odds, you know, ones in there, but I like the ratcheting. Anyways, so that's kind of my little project. I think I'm going to stick with this versus this, but I am going to take it tomorrow with me. Tomorrow's Monday. I'm going to take it with me and see how well it works out. They're not too bad. The little charging port there, they give you this really stupid cap that's supposed to go on there, but it can be a real pain in the butt to get it on there. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm going to give it a shot and see how it pans out. I got a couple other ones for you. Let's set that aside. I picked up a couple small, they're actually bit holders, but you can take the bit holders out, and it's just like a little mini compact case that you can carry with you. So this one, like I said, it's just a little mini case. That's all it is. I think this one's $6 and this one's like $7. I think they're both about the same. Just this one's clear and this one's not. Plus it's double-sided, so it's a little thicker. But yeah, I just take these little guys out, or I could leave them in there. It doesn't really matter as far as that goes. But I was going to use them for dropping down in my new bag, for holding just a couple wire nuts and a couple connectors, nothing major. But I just thought it was really cute. But yeah, it's both of them the same. It's just one's basically double thick. So it's a little bit, it's thicker. Anyways, I'll get the big bag out and we'll look at it real quick. Cool. So I picked up the new Milwaukee. I was really looking into buying the Vito bags, but I got two of these. I'll show you the other one next. I bought two of these for what it was going to cost for one of the Vito bags that I was going to get. And I thought, yeah, I understand the big difference between Milwaukee bags and Vito bags. The big difference is the pockets, because the pockets, they're easily, they can move around really easy. Like these pockets here, you can, in the backpacks, you can move them around. The Milwaukee, not so much. They're pretty tight. They're pretty tight little pockets. I got that backwards. So I set this up for my HVAC. I'll take the bottom off real quick. I got this, like I said, for my HVAC. Let me take that off, get it out of the way. The strap it comes with is pretty freaking nice too. It's stiff. It's got a really nice pad to it. Plus it'll open up and go around the handle. So I really dig this. I'll put a drill in here, one of my little M12 drills. But all of my new HVAC gauges, they just slide right down these little pockets. And then, like I said, the cords on it, I use those so I can pull it out easily, because they will get stuck down in there, like this one just did. It's new, so it's going to take a little bit of working on it to get it to work, get it stretched out a little bit. But my temp probes and then my pressure probes, they just slide right down in there, no problem. And then I got my air temperature probes for inside the apartment, and just as long as you don't lose that. And then I got my manometer. It's funny. You can read moisture, airspeed, stuff like that with it. It's pretty good. Temperature too, but stick this bag down. I like this bag, man. I like it. I was really looking into getting the Vito, but I carry so much stuff when it comes to HVAC that I need my little pack. I need this little pack. It's got my new valve core stem removers. I bought some foam inserts for this, but it's for the thicker one, and I planned on setting a foam up and putting all of these into foam so that they don't get all scratched up or damaged, you know, sitting in this, because I had to take the center out because it has that drop in there, and that's where the shut-off valve goes so that the lid will shut. So yeah, I'm still working on this. It's not major, it's just a couple fittings, stuff like that. And over here on this side, it's just my basic tools for working on HVAC. It's like almost duplicate of everything else. A test meter, you know, another multi-bit hose hookup for nitrogen. So if you cut a line, you can send air through a cut line. So, anyways, you have to know HVAC, know what I'm talking about. And it's just a regular bit finder in case I'm up there for some odd reason, you know, I need a screwdriver or something. But bare needles, cutters, stripper, king valve shutter, mini screwdriver for thermostats, and then the inside. Like I said, there's a Vito bag that I was looking at that had the 2 side pouches for meters, and that bag would work absolutely awesome because this is my tone machine, so I can find the HVAC on the rooftop if it's not numbered. It's just easier to do it this way. And then the 2 gauges, you know, one's for cap and one's for the compressor to test the compressor stuff. So I always keep those with me in case I'm on the roof and I think maybe the compressor's bad. I can test that. I do have my little Milwaukee voltmeter. What did I do with it? What did I do with it? It's my Milwaukee. It's just a basic. There's no settings on it. It's automatic. Sorry. I was going to keep it in here. I just haven't found a place for it yet. But we'll set it over here for right now, because that needs to stay in there. I do have another meter for my other box. Why is it sitting funny? Why is it funny? Anyway. And then my temperature. It's just so I can just a real quick diagnose it without having to get out the gauges. I can just laser it real quick and see what the temp is. I never used the thing. I've had this thing for like 2.5 years now, and I've never used it. But it does the job, you know. I think it takes double A's or something like that. But anyways, so yeah. So this is my HVAC setup. I'm really kind of digging this because I can also take my I can always take this with me. You know, I think that'll work just fine. My only other problem is the rooftops because of hot. So yeah. So what I'm thinking about doing is my pack out, my lunch box, or ammo box, whatever you want to call it. I'm thinking about using one of those to put something in. That way I'll have it on the roof if I'm doing a major repair. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to be sitting on that black rooftop. But anyways, so this is the HVAC bag. I'm really digging this. I think it'll work out just fine. Because I had all of this stuff in an ammo box. You know, the Milwaukee ammo box. But everything in the lid was all of this stuff, and it was just kind of moving around. And then down inside, it was hard to keep everything organized. And then my new gauges, I didn't want my new gauges just laying down in there. So that's why I went with this. But I like this a lot, man. I think it's pretty cool. I like how the handle stays up out of the way. Yeah. So I'll get the big one out and we'll show you that real quick. So this is the big one. Let me take the strap off of it. It is the big one. This is the 15-inch pocket. this is everything, almost everything that was in my Vito bag, my backpack, my big flashlight, my little flashlight. I'll show you the one I'm gonna carry in this, my little bag. I've had this forever, and this works really good. Got a magnet on it. Got 2-stage of light. This works great for like underneath the kitchen sink or something like that. But what I'm getting at is, this is just service bag. This is a repair bag or turn bag. So if I'm gonna go in an apartment, I gotta do a turn, I can take this in with me if I've got a lot of repairs to do. Also, this bag can be just left in the truck or in the van. And if I'm working on something, everything is in this bag. You know, my airbag. There's some stuff down in the bottom here that's, I threw it in there because it's got to go back in the van. It was in here in the apartment. But this side, so this side here has just got my basics, my little sockets, multi-bit cutter, pliers. You know, it's got everything in here that was in my Vito bag. My volt tester for chasing down the line, my little stud finder. I always need that if I'm gonna hang up a shelf or something like that in an apartment. My cutter for cutting it underneath the sinks, and then my little route rimmer, my little rimmer tool. But that little guy there has come in handy quite a few times. So anyway, so yeah, I like this. This was just throw-in tools. The stuff that was in, like I said, what was in my Vito bag is in this. It does have a side pouch for, this is where I keep my hinge poppers. You know, pop a hinge or reset a nail, something like that. Just basics in here, you know, tester for GFIs, my little voltmeter, and a couple of bits. So, a little grease, a little liquid grease. So yeah, this is, like I said, this is my project bag. So instead of having a backpack with me all the time, this is going to stay in the van. And I'm going to reorganize the van too a little bit, because there's way too many tools in that van that I never freaking use. So they really need to come out just to reorganize it, break it down a little bit better. I've got a lot of storage bins in there, and there's just tools that I never use. What's up, pup? Yeah, so it's I like it. It's all right. Like I said, it was a lot cheaper. I got like $100 off this. I think altogether it was a package deal. I bought the 2 bags and I got $150 off my purchase. So it was a pretty good deal. So what's up, Stellar? Yeah, so I just thought I'd share that with you, and right along with my coughing. Upstairs. So yeah, so I'm like I said, I've been on this quest to find the perfect little pouch. I really do like this. Like I said, it's just your basics. I don't need a drill. I don't need to carry a big drill around with me all the time. And most of the time I use the little guy anyways, so I'm gonna give it a shot tomorrow, man, and see how well I like it. Because the painter painted, I don't like this because I'm gonna be constantly holding on to the tool and trying to control it at all the same. You know what I mean? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. You know. Versus this, you just wrap out and go. You know what I mean? It's just, I wish it had more LEDs. This has got 4 LEDs on it. This one's only got 1. You know? You'd think they would have just run LED all the way around it, but the other version of this breaks in half. It folds down like pistol grip, and it's got the torque settings on it. I love that one. That was really nice. But I already had this one, and you know, this works great. So I probably will end up taking this back. You know, I don't know how well that's going to hold up, you know. Plus, you got to turn it to, you know, and it doesn't, when you stop, it doesn't stop. It actually keeps spinning. And that's what I mean by control. This, I can, it immediately stops, you know. So, yeah, I'm probably going to end up taking this back. I just don't like the control on that at all. I think that's stupid. If they would have done this with the gyroscopic in that, that'd have been a flawless, you know. But anyways, that's my little nitpick for that. So anyways, so like I said, I've been on this quest to find the ultimate everyday carry bag, ED bag. What do they call it? Everyday EDC bag. Yeah, EDC. So I like this. I like this concept. On my new pants, the pockets are really wide, and that's why this is really wide, and that's why this works. But because the material is like trash bag, it's paper freaking thin. It doesn't hold this well. What I mean by that is even with a belt on, my pants want to sag down if I'm walking with it. So it doesn't do well in the pocket. So, I mean, it's just, those are little nitpick things. You know, my regular pants, I just throw it on a belt. But I also just carry it around with me. So, anyways, just joking around about that, man. Always got to find something. But I think there's another one like this that has the plastic on the bottom, but it's not going to hurt anything, man. I saw Morgan's Maintenance today, and he showed the new lineup of tool bags coming out of Vito. That's pretty sick stuff, man. I didn't know Vito made a bag for the HVAC. They make that really big, flat bag that you can put your suction hoses in it for pulling a vacuum. I'll show you mine. This is, I forget what tool came in this. I think that little drill came in this. And I threw it on the shelf and I thought I'll never use it. But I ended up using it for this. This is my nitrogen gauge for doing purge. This is my blue hose for pulling a vacuum. This is my emergency backup vacuum gauge. And then, of course, it comes with the extra O-rings and stuff. You're supposed to change them out every once in a while. But I also put in here, this is the swaging tool for copper pipe or for HVAC. You just put the tip on there. Well, it's already got, this is a quarter tip. And you just pump it and it swells the copper out. I've only used it a couple times. But it does work. I mean, I'm not going to say it doesn't work. It does work. But it's just, I think I'm going to do a mini pack, the foam on a mini pack, and put this in a mini pack. Not the hose, but everything else in a mini pack. Let me put that back on there. This is expensive. That's why I want to keep it in really good shape. But you can see how it's just kind of thrown in there, but I don't think I'll buy the Vito bag for the hose. I'll probably just leave the hose in here, but then make me a mini pack for the swaging tool. The swaging tool came with a box to put it in, but it was just weird, so I threw it away. This is what I used to use for my pack or for my HVAC. I liked it a lot. It was just putting my gauges in there. It was kind of difficult because you had to stand them up and they can only go in at a certain angle and stuff. So I don't know. I've still got plenty of time before summer hits again. So I might try to figure out a way Maybe, maybe not. I might try to figure out a good solution for this, but probably not. I will probably. Milwaukee makes a small vacuum pump. I don't think it might be small enough to go inside of one of these. If it is, that'd be perfect. But it's $800. Harbor Freight makes one. I think it's Hercules. Hercules makes a mini one that runs off a battery. But it'll end up costing me. I'll probably spend about $300-400 on that. So it'd be about half the price. But it only does, I think, 5 CFM versus my field piece will do, I think it's a 8 or 9 CFM vacuum pump. The dog's over here looking around. I don't know. I'll check into it. I just I'd like to get away from having to use electricity on the rooftop. You know what I mean? This is my old 15-inch. I used the crap out of this. I loved it. It worked great for a long time. All the pockets in there, the cloth pockets, they move around quite a bit, and I like them a lot. The centerpiece would kind of migrate a little bit. I like this because I could just throw stuff down in there. I think these bags were like a $99 or something like that. It's a pretty good bag. I'll probably end up giving it to my son. But yeah, and they had a little pad strip there. Anyways, it wasn't a bad bag. It was actually a really good bag. So cool. So, yeah, it's little projects. That's what the wintertime's good for. Being able to reorganize and set up for summertime. So, just some items you just never know how they're going to pan out. The new pants, True Wick. Let's see if we can see that. That's the name brand of the pants. Saw a couple advertising for them and just looked them up online. Brunt, which is the work boots I wear. I freaking love them. They're the best boot I ever bought in my life. They make a line of pants, and there's a couple other companies out to make a couple lines of pants. I'm probably going to end up ordering a couple pairs of the Brunt, which is the work boots. I'm going to order a couple of those and try them out. Because the pants I used to wear all the time, what was it, Caterpillar? No, Carhartt. No, it was Caterpillars. The ones that had the big brown knees. I loved those. They were really comfortable, but they just weighed down after 3/4 of the day. It was almost like they just got heavy on themselves. You know what I'm saying? They were very comfortable to wear. I like the big pockets, but they're also, you can never find them in stock. It's like, why are you making pants if you don't carry them stock? But they're made in China. There's another brand, I think it's called 1670 or something, like weird 4-digit number. They're very nice pants, work pants. They have an actual small section for your knife and for hanging a drill off your side. They're pretty cool. I like those, but they're stupid expensive. They're like $130 a pair. I'm like, no, I don't think so. Nope. I'm not going there. That's too much. I don't mind like the wick pants. I thought that was expensive, man. The pants, I think they're like $89 a pair, and they're like trash bag material. Windbreaker material is what I meant to say. But I wear thermals underneath because I'm outside all the time. But I can't wait to see what they feel like come summertime. I bet they're extremely cool, comfortable because they're so paper thin. But we'll see how that all works out. But so, guess I'll be getting back to work tomorrow. I'm I'm not sick. I'm just, my body's fighting something nasally. You know, I'm thirsty all the time, so got to keep up on the fluids. It's iced tea. Anyways, so I guess we'll get into something. I don't have a lot going on at work. I got a couple units I got to turn. The one rehab that she was going to have me do a rehab on it, she kind of backed off on that. And now she just wants me to do the basics, which is outlets, a couple lights. She's going to have the tub sprayed instead of me doing it. That's fine. The painter's already painted it. Oh, I started to paint. I did the ceiling, all the flats. So that should be painted by now. So yeah, it's just a couple little things. We'll do a new sink, faucet in the kitchen, put some wonderboard underneath the sink, stuff like that. Just gonna let everything else go. It's not my call, but that's fine. I got a furnace that went out Friday. We have to go get the parts for that because it's one of the newer furnaces. The what is it called? I have to look it up. But it's almost like the synchronizer, but it's new, modern stuff. You know, it's a little square, a little white square, and it's got the main leads going to it, and then they go to the heating element. It burnt the freaking connection right off the. I was like, "What is that?" You know, but it actually burnt the connector inside. The wire just burned off. So I put a new wire on it, thinking it was still good, but it wasn't. I just gave him space heater. He's on the third floor. He stayed warm. So I gotta go get a new one of those tomorrow, and we'll do a video on that. Cool. I like this setup. This is, what is it? Hold on, I'll go get the box. So this is what I'm working with now. I really like it. It's really nice. It's the it's pretty cool. Has a remote. I can move you around. Ain't that cool? Hold on, let me get you back. It's also got AI controlled. It's pretty cool. It has an AI controller at the top that if I make a hand motion, it'll start following me around the room. Of course, I don't need it to be moving right now because you see everything else. It is pretty nice, man. It came with a nice case, M7. Watch the tripod still. Comes with a nice case. You can put it in. It's pretty freaking nice, man. Came with a nice tripod, the whole 9 yards. But it's pretty cool, man. It's got a little remote. So if the camera's flipped around, the video just before this section here, I actually forgot to turn the camera around. So you got the arm in the corner of the camera. That was kind of my fault. What are you doing? What? Anyways. Oh, it's the tracker. It's on. I can turn the AI off on this. Anyways. Gadgets. I love gadgets. Same mic as like Morgan's Maintenance has got. I didn't copy off him. I had ordered it. It just hadn't come in yet. I like this a lot. It's got a little magnet behind there. Morgan's got the same freaking mic. It works pretty good. It's for a cell phone. This is the mic that came with the tripod. Well, I ordered it from the same company, and it's for working with that. So it's all conjunction. It's all the same brand. It was actually fairly cheap. It was only like $40. $40 for this little bitty mic. That's cheap. This is what the mic looks like. Oh. It'll be thing. It's just like the old mic that I used to carry on my helmet or on my glasses. I still have that. Holland. It's around here somewhere. I thought it was right there. Anyways, so yeah, it's a pretty cool little mic setup. I like the little pack that comes in. I just like this. This is pretty cool. Versus it being off my glasses, you know. But it doesn't really matter. Anyways, here's a foam I got. I got it off of Amazon for, I think it was $22 or something like that. It's a double pack. And this is for the minis. It's all right still. It's just plastic, babe. It's for the mini pack, but this is for the thicker ones. The one I carry for my HVAC, it's a small one, thin one. It's a double thick. This is what I was planning on using to set my valve core stem removers, my expensive stuff in foam. You gotta keep that stuff protected, man. You don't want to be busting it up. I found this in the closet earlier today. This is the foam inserts for it's just for the drawers. It's supposed to be for the drawers. I don't know why it shows the box, but yeah, this is for the drawers. The 3-drawer or the 2-drawer pack out. I have a 2-drawer. Let me turn you around. Oh, wrong way. Right there. That's all my paint. What? AI is on. That's for the painting tools. Pretty cool. I've got to use it a couple of times. It's got my sprayer. Sprayer. Right there. Then that's got my small painting supplies, paintbrushes, stuff like that in it. And then the bottom one has got my tape off and stuff like that. And then that big guy carries all my long stuff, drop cloths. I have cardboards that I use for going underneath the doors. So I slide them underneath the door. That way I don't get paint on the carpet. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool stuff. But, yeah. There's a whole bunch of unnecessary spending. Got my lights up today. I'll show you. Hold on. I'm having to do this backwards. So I got that light up. And there's the other one. I like it. That's pretty cool. Anyways, I've got a whole shelf of backdrops and lights and cameras and all kinds of stuff. Hold on. There you go. Don't see all of my mess. Anyways, so yeah, I've got a couple drawer boxes in the truck, or I mean in the van. I have one drawer box that I have cut out for my multi-tool and my Sawzall. But I don't have a lot of, I don't want to like have a whole bunch of drawer boxes in the van and then everything's stored away. I like how I have it set up with the Omni wall in the van where my drills are lined up. That I never freaking use. I've got like 5 drills in the van I never use. Never touch them. But they're there if I need them. That's what happens when you do this YouTube stuff and you're always buying tools to try it out and whatnot, whatever. But I do like my wall there. That's pretty cool. My battery bank. That's a pretty cool setup right there. That Omni wall worked perfect. I just had to drill a little bitty hole to get the. How did I do it? Yeah, I bent one of the little squares out of the way to get all the wires down in there, and then I've got multiple big long power strips underneath the shelf. TMI. I would like to get rid of this the purple wall. I'll show you. Get up here. See a purple wall? I like to get rid of that. Paint it army green. That's why I did the studio or the computer area. That room's army green. Love it. Love that color. So I hope you had a good week. I hope everything's gone well for you guys this past week, this weekend with the snow and everything. I hope everybody's doing well. I pray that I would ask you if you would keep you in your prayers, the people in California, because that's absolutely devastating what's happening over there. I mean, I can't imagine. I can't imagine the horror that they're going through right now. Everything being gone. Same way with the people down south with the tornado or the hurricane. Those people were, they're still without homes. A lot of them. Thank God it's the country people. You know what I'm saying? Because they're still Amish people went down and built a bunch of tiny homes. I think there was like 25 of them or something like that. They built those little tiny homes. A lot of people have been donating fifth wheel trailers, stuff like that, campers. I mean, it's just absolutely phenomenal what people have been doing in the name of Christ, you know. But anyways, I pray that everything goes for you guys well this week. And may the Lord bless you and Godspeed with you. Remember, be kind, man. Be kind to somebody this week, because you never know what they're going through. Feel me? Alrighty, guys. Love you. And we'll see you later on.